Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with my series entitled Blues Solos with Comping. In this series we learn how to go back and forth between lead guitar and rhythm guitar accompaniment, otherwise known as comping. First, I'll perform Blues Solo with comping in the key of F number 2, and then I'll break it down for you. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, here we go. Blues Solo with comping in the key of F number 2. In this exercise, we'll go back and forth from lead guitar to rhythm guitar accompaniment, also known as comping. So I've divided our 12-bar exercise into 3 parts, so we're going to break that down and then hopefully put it back together. Let's go ahead and look at the scales that we'll be using. The first is the F major pentatonic around the 1st fret. It looks like this. We will also be using the F minor pentatonic around the 1st fret. It looks like this. And I also have one other little surprise for us in store. I'll go over that when we get to it in the example. Here we go. So we're going to start out in the F major pentatonic and bend a half step into the minor pentatonic. So we have, and then 3rd fret not bent, so bent half step, 3rd fret not bent. And then we play the 1st fret, but we don't stay there long. We're going to go immediately into a pull-off from 3 to 1 on the same string. So, and then go to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So, and then 1st fret, 2nd string, then 1st fret, 3rd string with a little quarter bend, ending on the root F. And then we'll go to our comping. Our comping consists of an abbreviated F7th chord, and that's made out of the flatted 7, the major 3rd, and the 5th. If you don't know what those intervals mean, please check out some of my fingerboard geometry videos. That might be of some help. Then, after playing this, we're going to go up to a B flat chord. So this is a B flat triad. Now, we're not really shifting to a B flat or changing to a B flat chord here. This is just movement around F7. So the bass is still holding F. We're still considering the bar harmony or the chord here to be F7. And then we're going to go back to that abbreviated F voicing. Now, in this abbreviated voicing, I'm actually hammering on from underneath. So what you're hearing is a little bit of that minor 3rd under the bar when I hammer on into the major 3rd, and this makes it sound bluesy. So when I put the comping pattern together, it sounds like. Then I go into the next part of this phrase. So we're going to start out with the hammer on from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd. So we have, and then we're going to slide into the 4th fret, then to the 3rd fret, 1st fret, and then 1st fret F. So we're ending the phrase on F. Now, this is thoroughly integrated major and minor pentatonic. And then we go back to the comping pattern. Let's put that whole first part together. On to part 2. So we're going to start out with triplets here, and we're mixing both the minor and major pentatonic, but moreover, actually, we're playing chord tones of our chord here. We're leading into the B flat 7 chord, so we're actually outlining B flat 7. So here we have the flatted 7, the 5th, and the 3rd of our chord. So this is a good trick to outline the 4 chord change. That's B flat in this case. And now I'm coming down to the 1st fret on the 3rd string, and that happens to be a chord tone of B flat. That's also the flatted 7 of my chord. So I'm ending that lick on a chord tone, and then I'm going to travel and move our comping pattern up to the 6th fret. So this is exactly the same thing that we did at the 1st fret, but it's just moved to the B flat chord. Intervals are the same and all, so we have this abbreviated B flat 7 hammering on into the 3rd here. Then we go to what is now an E flat chord, but we're just visiting, and we come right back. So we have, and then we're going to go back and play an F minor pentatonic lick. So I have what's called a unison bend, although I'm not sure I actually bent it completely in tune there. That would be in tune. Sometimes they're a little out of tune. That's can be part of the charm of it. And then, so we're holding our index here on the note C, and we're bending to the note C on the 3rd string. And I'm using 2 fingers. There's a lot of string tension here at the 1st fret, so definitely I need 2 fingers to make that happen. And then a pull off. And so I'm pulling off from the 3rd fret to the 1st fret, ending on the root here, and then here's a triplet, still all F minor pentatonic, and then back to the 1st fret on the 3rd string. And I kind of like this with about a quarter bend, actually. Kind of implies the major 3rd of F a little bit more, outlines the chord change. And then we go back to our comping, which is on F. Let's put that together. On to phrase 3. So we're going to start off with a scale that's a little bit outside of the 2 scales I had mentioned before. Actually, most of these notes are in both the F major and minor pentatonic, but we're starting out with this. So there's this chromatic note. So you could analyze that as just a chromatic passing tone, but I'm kind of seeing it as being part of the blues scale of the note C. So C is our 5 chord here, and I'm just going to show you what the blues scale for C looks like on the top 2 strings, because really that's basically the part we're using. If you look at the blues scale here, you have C, E flat, F, F sharp, and G. So we're kind of addressing the 5 chord here, or leading into it. So we're using that blues scale to sort of nod to the change, saying, hey, here comes the 5 chord. So the lick, and then we have a little quarter bend. And then notice I end this lick on the C, that's the 5 of the key, or the 5 chord, that's the root. So again, we're outlining the chord change, we're using the root of the chord change C. Then we're going to follow that with comping. So here's our 5 chord C ninth, and we're going to go chromatically down to the 4 chord B flat ninth. And we have an open string here. The D string is open. And then we have our last lick. So the last lick, we're going to hammer on from the minor third to the major third. So again, we're integrating the pentatonics. And then first fret, coming down, kind of both scales together. Then a quick hammer on here, ending on the root F. Then we're going to do this abbreviated F7 with a little hammer on. And then we're going to go over to a D flat ninth at the 4th fret, to the C ninth. And the C again, remember, is our 5 chord. So we're just using the D flat to approach into the C. Then we're going to end on an F13 chord. And so in this voicing we have the flat 7, the 3rd, the 6, which is the 13, and the root on top. Let's put that together. Well, that's it for blues solo with comping in the key of F number 2. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.